Hello, my friends. Welcome to Mindfulness Mondays, where we just spend a few minutes talking about how we can bring mindfulness into our day to help us get through the craziness and this journey called life. I'm Jen, purple and gray-haired Nana from Plus23, and today we're going to talk about mindfulness and emotion regulation. So, you know, those times when I'm just going to use the spilled milk example, and the little kid's at the table and the milk gets spilt and the parent loses it. Completely overreact. It was an accident, and for most times we know that it wasn't just the milk that made us lose our cool. And so when we talk about mindfulness and emotion regulation, emotion regulation is a powerful tool that we can use to better understand and navigate these feelings that we have and these emotions that come to us with a little bit of grace and understanding. And by incorporating a mindfulness technique such as learning to practice the pause, just breathing, self-care, self-love, taking time for ourselves, and recognizing emotions when they come to us without reacting to them is the key. And by practicing mindfulness, we can learn to regulate this a bit more. And especially when we are faced with negative emotions, it can be challenging to maintain a sense of calm and balance. And definitely would be lying to you if I said that that's an easy task. But as with anything new, practicing it makes all the difference. And when we learn to observe our emotions as they come in without immediately reacting. So for example, back to the milk, when the milk spills, take a step back, take a breath. Okay, you know what? It spilled milk. I have to leave 5 minutes ago. It's going to take 20 seconds. Just breathe, get through it without losing your cool, putting more stress on your plate, because now you've just overreacted and it's just more chaotic. So it's that pause, and that's what I like to talk about, is the pause that allows us to respond to our feelings with greater clarity and with a little bit more calmness. So it's really important to take time to just breathe when little emotions come in, because when we can practice it with identifying, is it sadness, is it anger, is it frustration, and whatever it is, where's it coming from, rather than just saying I'm overwhelmed, because that's the big ball, right? And chances are there's been so many things that have piled up that we don't even know what the problem is. But when we can learn to regulate those emotions as they're happening and say, oh, I'm starting to feel angry because such and such, buddy cut me off, I'm stuck in a traffic jam, whatever it is, and you just stop and say, you know what, this is where I'm at. This emotion's going to pass. Everything's going to be okay. And when we learn to acknowledge and accept without judgment our emotions, that is when we can learn to practice creating a space for healing and growth. And really, that's what it's all about, this journey, is learning to heal our emotions and learning to grow so that we don't overreact and we don't become an emotional mess that feels we can't handle anything. So treat yourself with the same kindness that you would treat your best friend or your little granny or your grandpa, or treat yourself with that respect. We deserve that. And so often we're so hard on ourselves. But through the practice of mindfulness, when we take time to remind ourselves that we are capable of any challenge, any obstacle that is brought to us, it's brought to us for a reason. Okay, so practice the pause, approach your feelings with curiosity and compassion. And by practicing these things every day, that is how we can begin to build emotional resilience and really bring upon a greater sense of well-being in our lives. All right, guys, I hope you took some time for this, and I hope it'll sink in, some of it. Practice it. Treat yourself with kindness. Much peace, love, and kindness to you all.